Hello friends! In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute and simple heart crocheted keychain. You can go ahead and add a charm if you'd like, or it does look really cute by itself. We do have Valentine's Day right around the corner, and I wanted to come out with a really fast tutorial that you guys can get done for your friends or family. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Let me know what color you plan on making your heart. Let's go ahead, jump into materials, and let's get started with today's video. The materials that we will be needing for today is just some 4-weight yarn. I have some Caron Simply Soft in the color Baby Blush. Any color will do. You will need a pair of scissors. You will also need some flat nose pliers. There we go, some flat nose pliers. I am using a size E crochet hook. So a E hook. Again, you can go up or down in size. It will just change the size of your heart. You will need a key chain with a little chain guy on it, and you will also need a jump ring. You will also need a tapestry needle to weave in your ends. Now let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with a slip knot and a chain of 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to be working into the 4th chain from the hook. So you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, and here's our very first stitch. Now we're going to be working all of our stitches for our first row into this one stitch. Now we're going to start by making 3 double crochets into that first stitch. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to go into, again, that very first stitch that we made, so the 4th chain from the hook, and we will place our first double crochet. So there's 1. Now we're going to make a total of 3, so we need to make 2 more. So here is 2. And then 1 more. Again, we are going all into the same stitch, so into that same stitch. So here's our 3rd one. Okay. After we have done 3 double crochets, we're going to make 3 half double crochets into the same ring. So yarn over, go into that very same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops on your hook. So there's your first half double crochet. We need a total of 3. So there's 1, here is 2, and our 3rd. So this is what it's looking like so far. Okay, so now we're towards the bottom. So we are actually going to chain 1, and then we're going to place a double crochet back into that same stitch, because remember, we're working all the stitches into the same one. So now we are going to make a double crochet. Alright, so now we're going to chain 1 again. Now we need to do what we did on this side. So we're going to go ahead and place 3 half double crochets back into that same space. So here is 1, 2, oops, there we go, 2, and 3. Okay, now that we've made 3 half double crochets, we're going to make 3 more double crochets into the same ring. Or excuse me, 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. It does get a little tight once you get towards the end here. Remember, if you use a bigger hook, your heart will come out a little bit bigger. Okay, so now to finish this off, we're going to chain 3, and then we are going to slip stitch back into this ring, and that will finish off round 1. So we'll chain 1, chain 2, and chain, and chain 3. And then again, we're going to slip stitch back into that very center that we have been working in. Alright, so that's kind of what it looks like after round 1. Alright, so this is what it should be looking like. I have my tail kind of pulled out, so this is what we're looking like. Now to move on to round 2, what we want to do is we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. So this is like building up to our second row. And then we are going to make a single crochet into our first stitch. So let's take a look here. We have our chain stitches from the first row, and then we have our first double crochet that we made right here. So we are going to single crochet into the top of our first stitch. So single crochet. Now we are going to do 2 stitches into the next 2. So we're going to do 2 stitches into this one and 2 stitches into this one. Okay, and we're doing single crochets. So let me get a little bit closer here so you guys can see. So we have 1, and now I'm going to go back into that same stitch and add another one. So we kind of increased. Now into the following stitch, we are also going to place 2 single crochets. Okay. And now into the next 3 stitches, we're just going to place 1 single crochet into each of those stitches. So we're just kind of working the single crochets around the edge here. So there's 1, here's 2, now we're down to 3. At this point, you should be down to your chain stitches. So you should have a chain stitch, your double crochet, and your chain stitch here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to single crochet into the chain 1 space. So right here into that chain 1 space, we are going to make a single crochet. Okay, so we single crocheted into the chain 1 space. So now what we're going to do is we are going to chain 1, and then we're going to double crochet on top of that double crochet. So now we're going to double crochet right into the top there. So this is making the point of our heart. Okay. Now we're going to chain 1 again. And into this next chain 1 space right here, we are just going to place a single crochet. So now we have just made the tip of our heart. Now along the next 3 stitches, we are going to go ahead and make 1 single crochet into each of those. So here's our next stitch. So we're going to do 1 single crochet there, 1 single crochet into the next space, and then right here for our third is another single. Now like we did on the other side, into these next 2 stitches we're going to be increasing. So we're going to place 2 single crochets into each of the next 2 stitches. So there's 1, we're going to go back into that space and add another, and then right here we're going to put 2 more single crochets, 1 and 2. Oops. Alright, in this chain 3 space, we are just going to place 1 single crochet. And then now we are going to chain up 3. And we are going to slip stitch right back here into the very, very center. So we're going to go in and pull it through. Okay, so now we're going to chain up 1 because we are done. We're going to cut off. Try to get my camera to focus. Now we're going to chain up 1 after we slip stitched. Go ahead and leave yourself a bit of a tail so that you can weave that in and cut that. And then go ahead and pull it through. And that is it. We are all done. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew in my ends really quick, and I will be right back. And this is what our little heart looks like when we have weaved in the ends and we are all done. So now we just have to go ahead and turn this into a keychain. So you just want to grab your jump ring and go ahead and pick whatever side you want. You know, if you wanted this side hanging up more, or if you want this side. I think I'm going to go on this side over here. So I'm just going to count my stitches. I think I'm going to do it on the second or third one in, so I'm not going to count this chain. I'll go 1, 2 over. I'm just going to go ahead and pop that jump ring right through my stitches. You then want to grab your keychain portion and just pop that on there. If you wanted to add a cute little charm, this would be the perfect time to do that. I might actually go grab one. Alright, I went ahead and I found this cute little flower charm. Let's see if I can't get my camera to focus there. Alright, so I went ahead and I found this cute little flower charm. I'm going to throw that one on there. And now I'm going to add the chain. Oops. Alright, so now So now I'm just going to add the chain, get my pliers, and we will go ahead and just close this up. Just like that. And there we go. Now you have your really cute, very fast and easy heart keychain. We do have Valentine's Day right around the corner. It is good for any time of the year, however. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what color you decided to make this in. And I will see you guys all next time on Dream 9 Designs Yarn Corner of YouTube.